stretch at Diana's, you can see that we've got the cabinets starting to install. Plaster is in, all the finished trim is in, and we are underway with painting. So after that, we've got a little tile work, some finish work in the bathroom for the plumber, finish electric, countertops, flooring, and then we're basically done. So I want to point out a couple of great things about this project so far. Today's a nice sunny morning, and you can see that it is really bright in here. Especially now that the plaster's up, the light is just echoing through this place. It's beautiful. It's everything we could have envisioned and more. With the plaster up and the trim going up, I want to talk about painting a little bit. You can see right here that we've got the doors lined up for spraying, so we get 2 or 3 coats of an acrylic finish on that. It's just gorgeous. We're going to want to get a close-up of that so you can see. When we get that spray finish on with new construction, it's just dynamite. And we'll take also a look at some of the casings that we've installed and just how nice that paint lays down. It's hard to paint trim like this in an occupied house or a repaint, but when you have new construction, there's generally an opportunity to get a real premium finish like this. Not to say that we can't spray a finish onto trim in an existing home, we do it all the time, but the level of difficulty is much higher because there's finished floors, there's finished windows, there's finished everything. The house is occupied, so it's a lot more setup. It is possible, but oftentimes brushwork's the way to go with that. Let's take a look at a couple of the casings that are sprayed and talk about that a little. And the next step in painting is going to be the finished paint on the ceilings and the walls, and then we'll go from there. So here's a piece of finished window casing that we sprayed. You can see that there's a nice subdued gloss level on that. I don't like a really high gloss on trim, some folks do. More of a satin to semi-gloss finish depending on the brand. We use a lot of Benjamin Moore products. Their paint is unbelievable. They've got the Regal Select line, the Aura line, and so forth. The exterior paints and stains they make are great. Wonderful color selection, good dealer network, and you can always get those colors in the future, which I like. So again, you can see right here, just a nice finish. There's a little overspray on the wall, and that's the beauty of being able to do this in new construction, is that overspray is insignificant because we're going to paint over this and have a nice clean cut line right there. So this is just gorgeous. If you appreciate a good paint job, you're going to really want to take a look at that. So let's get a close-up of that, and we'll take a look at some other things going on here on the outside. And just a few weeks left on this job and we'll be done. You'll recall on the outside of Diana's project, we had a mixed bag of wood siding, vinyl siding, no siding, some siding that we had to remove to replace some of the sheathing below. So we've finished everything up, and now you've got a nice vinyl siding with a wood grain texture and a taupe color on some areas of the building, and the areas that had decent wood clapboard all got painted to blend into this. So it goes nicely with the landscape. I think the cottage feel really works with this, sort of blends in and doesn't stand out, which is nice. So siding's all put to bed, patio's in. Exterior is going to get cleaned up toward the end of the project, and we'll finish up the few inside things and call it a wrap.